Okay, well, here we are. Uh, Neither of us can breathe. Um, we've got Santa Claus over there.
Ho,
And,
ho, ho.
yeah,
Is
we
that
spent entirely too much money on on something that's probably uh, not a good idea. But here we are.
what are you talking about, Mr. Grinch?
Obviously, we're playing on the fact that
Remember, children, cigarettes and beer will bring lots of cheer.
yeah. um, in the history of WDL radio, alt stab is usually the jolly one,
Who is all
and
Stab?
Santa, fuck off. And I'm usually the negative one, so you know. Um, by the way, these glasses do not help me see at
You are
all.
the
I can't
negative
see
one,
anything.
so you look like a dinosaur.
Why do I look like a dinosaur?
I don't know.
I paid lots of money for this latex mask that I can't fucking breathe out of.
Oh,
So
oh,
fucking
oh.
yeah, where was that under my fucking tree, Santa? The fuck?
Oh,
You see this shit?
oh. Maybe you didn't leave enough cigarettes and beer.
So I think we're actually going to talk about something Doom related because uh, we have 7 viewers. So
Oh,
this is
no way.
it's not good.
Oh, I gotta step up my game.
Well, we just lost like 4, so
Okay, good.
because you're spitting out hair.
Sorry. This is very
Um,
disgusting.
so we are in between seasons right now. We just finished the fall 2016 season, first time we ever had a fall season.
Oh, ho, ho.
You have something to say about that?
Nope.
Ah, so we're waiting for what I presume will be winter 2017, which marks like what fucking 50 seasons of competitive Doom CTF. So
Oh, that's a swear word.
you're making it more difficult for me to breathe here. Okay, so we've talked about this a lot in the past. As far as captains go, right? It's hard to find people who are good at captaining. Hard to find people that are dedicated enough to captain, but we have had a
Like
goal for a while.
Rudolph.
What was that, Santa?
Like Rudolph.
Like Rudolph, yes. Just like Rudolph. Um, so, yeah, we've had a goal, and that is to reach 8 captains. I think that's a real push for the upcoming season. I think 8 captains would be tremendous. It would be great.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it would be.
No, that is what we're trying to do. And obviously, we need all of you to do it. Um, and this is, where it gets less fun. But basically, what that means is, you know, if you have any intention of signing up, you need to do it. And I'm just going to do this. And you need to do it now. You need to sign up
You need to sign
early.
up even before the signups are open. Like, all the cool.
Even before, yes. Sorry, this has gone to hell. But, I think you can take it from here. But basically, just educate the people on, the reasons why it's important that, people sign up early for us in order to, even think about having an 8 captain season. Because a lot of people, I'm sure, have no idea why that's important.
Yeah, okay,
Because
so
they don't have to think about that shit.
in the past, more with the IDL, Lots of players did this thing where they were like, "Oh, I'm not going to sign up until the last day of sign up, so I'm going to be cool, whatever." And like, really, it was a lot of the top elite players. So it was like you look at the sign up list, and a lot of people would be, turned off, whatever, because they didn't see people that they wanted to play with. Well, it's a catch-22. If you sign up right when sign up's open, which is really what everyone should do, you shouldn't wait. If you know you're going to sign up, just sign up. If you're not sure, you should probably just sign up anyway. But sign up on that first day, and that will attract. It will help us out.
I just I'm gonna jump in here, Grinch, if you don't mind, and just the real issue is this: captains are hard to find. They're
Well, I
hard
was
to come
getting to
by.
that point, you fucker.
Well, but I think that is it's number one,
Yes, it is.
and and oftentimes it does not have to do with the amount of people that are willing to be a captain. It has to do more with our vetting process. Plenty of people say that they're willing to be a captain, and a lot of people don't understand how delicate of a thing a season of doom is, and how integral the selection of the pool of captains ends up being. It is integral. It is delicate. I guess I can't illustrate it, but you can definitely, as a former, runner of a league, of this league, the other league, speak to that.
Yes, because there was always a shortage of people that wanted to captain, but over time, I mean, it was like 60 people would sign up, right? So you'd get 6 people who were like, "Yeah, I want to captain,"
Mm.
and they were top elite players, and
No
you'd be
problem.
okay.
No
But then
problem. Yeah.
you'd have that like gray area, the 2 captains, or we had 12 captains at one point. You'd have kind of these people who are like, "Well, I'm really good. I want to be drafted first. I don't want to captain," and I understand part of that because captaining is difficult, but we do not live in a time period in Doom CTF history where you can just, be the most elite player. You can be someone who's capable of captaining, who is good at it, and we can't have you not captain. So, if you're somebody that you think you can do it, um, I you got to step up and you got to try and help the league out because like I said, 8 teams, it really is a goal. A lot of people that have never played in the IDL don't know what it's like to play with 8 teams. It's been a couple of years, so the competition is higher. It's a little bit more difficult. So
Yeah.
uh,
If you want to send our fearless leader Ralphus an invite to this,
yes, okay.
he
Can I do things without announcing it to everyone?
yes,
Son of a bitch.
ho ho ho. But he would like to weigh in on this very subject
Yes.
and do a better
So
job
as soon as I
than the two of us have been able to do.
fine, and a link here. Ralphus has been messaging me. He would like to join. But the point still stands. It is difficult to find captains, and
Yeah, but what I was trying to make more of a point on is that it's not about trying to find captains at the last minute. It's about
no,
knowing at the last minute how many people we're going to have. So at the last minute, we cannot go and just grab a captain at the last minute. You made good points. And to your points, doubly, basically, it means that
bigly.
if you understand what he just said, then at the last minute, we can't just go and snatch somebody. It's very tough. If suddenly we get a surplus of players, which is great, we want the most players that we can get, but we want you to sign up as early as possible so we can reach the goal of 8 teams. The 8 teams is everyone's goal because more players get to play. That should be everyone's goal. You should sign up. And you know, if you're intimidated about getting playing time, like if I know what's an example of a player, you know, who on Rude's team, the Moroccan Thunder. Oh, I love him. Dastin is a great player. He was upset in the years past, although this year he got to actually play in some games. But in the years past, he was upset that he didn't get to play in some games. He said, "I don't want to sign up necessarily, you know, because I might not get on a team." You know, these are things that, you know, he said. I remember at different times, and it's like, no, just sign up, and then if you sign up early enough, and we get enough signups, then we get 8 teams, and then everyone gets to play. You know, exactly. Or 10. I mean, who knows? You know, probably not 10, but you know, let's be realistic.
Probably not 10.
But that's the idea, man. The more of you that sign up, get your friends to sign up.
The Grinch doesn't have any friends.
Anyway, once the commish gets in here, we'll let him weigh in on this.
But you know, I think there are actually plenty of people out there, whether it's people who have captained previously, like Jay Warrior, that are capable of stepping in and helping us reach that goal. So,
well, we've been, see, this is the other thing. Okay, so when I say to all of you, if you're on the fence about signing up, you know, when I lay out a call to sign up and throw caution to the wind and get your friends to sign up, know that on the other end of that, I'm holding up my end of the bargain. I and you and Ralph have been in talks before the end of last season, literally, to gauge interest of potential good captains, people that would stick around. And what we have here now in season 7, I believe 8.
We'll be entering into season 7.
Entering season 7. This is what we, you know, the administration has already done. We have already found at least 8 captains. So leaving alone the 2 new captains from last year, which was Stark and Rude. Then the 4 that were already there are already coming back. And then Stark and Rude would still be potential captains. And then we have actually 3 other captains in J Warrior, K Blair, and somebody else I forget, who we have already talked to and vetted, and you know, we've really done good. Senu. What?
He can't. Sorry.
Oh. Anyway, look who's here. Oh, look who's here.
You know something,
It's
people?
It's
tremendous to be here. It's simply amazing. I have some of my greatest friends here, okay? Santa Claus, he is so made up, just like everything I have to say, people. And then we got the Grinch, great guy, fantastic guy. Love him. He's a great friend, old friend. Thanks for having me, Santa and the Grinch.
Oh, thank you for being here.
See, I decided to wear sunglasses.
I
decided to wear sunglasses because next season is so bright. Gotta wear sunglasses at night. Okay, are we? You all right there?
Oh yes.
So, as commissioner of the WDL, you should jump in on this discussion about captains and expanding to 8 teams and all of this fun.
Please, Ralphus, tell the people why it is important for them to sign up early.
All right, Santa. Well, let's just be straight, okay? The WDL, we've been looking to expand, been looking to move to 8 teams. The administration has pretty much done what we got to do. Make sure you get that all down, Santa. We've pretty much done what we got to do.
Laid the groundwork.
We have 8 willing captains, 8 good willing captains, We just
I
need the
wouldn't say I'm willing,
players.
but I'll captain.
All right. Well, you're willing enough. You didn't say no.
Don't listen
So,
to the
consent.
Grinch.
But yeah, it's definitely a possibility. The biggest thing is going to be getting your friends to play, making sure that we have enough signups. We got to have the signups. If we get them, it can happen. More people get to play. It'll just be a good time. Everyone will have a great time. It'll be tremendous.
10 is a
Absolutely tremendous.
possibility. It's on
10
the
is
table.
10 is a very ambitious
It's on the table.
goal. Sure, it's on the table. If we get 75 signups, we'll have 12.
Fuck it. We'll make it work.
But
You said a naughty word.
we've had 6 awesome seasons. Last year we had 3 for the first time ever, and they pretty much just got progressively better. So I would say last season was probably the best season we've ever had, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going. We have awesome players, really cool people. I think as long as we just keep the momentum going, we keep pulling in some new faces, and everyone knows somebody. So just twist their arm, and maybe they'll come in and they'll like it.
Oh, you know who you are.
Yeah, you want to be nice, not naughty. So
Don't
sign
get
up.
put on my naughty list. All right, this is getting weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can't breathe.
Huh?
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So really, that's good. That's actually like better progress than I thought. We actually have 8 willing captains because I was kind of worried about trying to find those.
We do, and they're good.
No, we do.
They're they're all about par with each other. So we're not going to run into a situation where
Except for the 3 of us, you know what I'm
someone
saying?
might, at times before we've had to have people step up and take captain spots that they might not have been ready for, and
Legion.
more power to them. That was awesome of them to do it, but it's a definite disadvantage when you have certain players of a certain caliber and you might not be there yet. So I would say the 8 that we have are all on about equal footing. It would make for a great season if we could fill it out. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Take them off.
Well, Santa, do you have something to say?
Nope.
Lovely. Well, I mean, that's great. So as far as players, I think there were a lot of people that had great seasons last season. Taking some of these great players and making them captains. Who do we see as top picks or people that could potentially have kind of a breakout season? I mean, are there people left? Are we familiar with everybody? Who do we see as the big name players next season? Because I've got a couple people here that I think obvious choices. Dragon, Caution, Dev. I don't know if any of these people are going to be captains or not. Blair, Zen, Rude, Stark, Hex especially. I think Hex really proved himself last season. So, what do you guys think?
Oh, you want me to go? You want to go?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to say breakout, but Zanero definitely primed for a good season. I think. I did an analysis a couple weeks ago where I I came up with a formula to project a player's likelihood to win a round by their stat line, and then I put it to everybody's actual stat line. And Zanero, by his stats, actually should be winning at least over half of his games, but so far he's just drawn the ugly stick when it comes to teams at times.
Why do you think that is?
Why?
Yeah.
Why do I think that? Well, I mean, the one season he got stuck on the Zack team.
That was my Batman Bane voice.
Oh, gotcha.
I want to say something about Zen because I drafted him and I think I had him and Rude, and so I knew what I wanted to do with Rude. And I think that I pushed too hard the way that we had won the season before. I think I was a little bit too stubborn with my positioning, and had I been a little bit more open, I think Zen definitely could have made the playoffs, and we could have gone to the playoffs. We could have had a better chance at winning. So personally, as a captain, I would like a second shot at drafting Zanero because I mean, just look at his fucking stats. I mean, I think last season he was statistically the best defensive player. I could be wrong about that, but um, fucking frag machine, ridiculous. So you're right. I think he is definitely due.
He certainly plays like a man possessed, and as a captain, who are you looking for but a man like that, possessed, literally, like just out of his mind, putting up these stats, who has had the shit end of the stick. I mean, I think he's a hot commodity coming into this season.
Hot.
Mm-hmm.
Hot. Yeah, I really do think that Zanero is a hot commodity coming into the season. Knowing that, I've had him on my team before, and we've had some defeats, but I fully understand just how good his stats look, and then you have to question, like, how good are stats. You mean different things to different people, and they don't necessarily equate to wins and losses, but Zanero, definitely not. But so if I were to draft another team with Zanero, I would take great thought in the team composition, because I think that Zanero is a specialist, but yeah, no, I mean, for sure, he is a player that, and maybe we're doing a disservice to all the other captains right now, by pointing out the fact that, his stats were so outrageous last year and he wasn't a high pick. Maybe we're doing like the whole Yahoo fantasy football thing where we're pointing out things to all the other loser captains that they wouldn't notice. But yeah, definitely it's Zanero on my radar.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
I've revealed my true form.
I should have just done that shit and instead of fucking spending money on this mask. I can't fucking breathe.
Oh, you get him next time.
Yeah, don't worry about it, buddy.
Yeah, so Zanero, I would say, FSN.
Yes.
Definitely.
Daston.
If you go by my little analysis, FSN is by far one of the top contributors to a team by his statistical output.
Oh,
now, if that'll translate, I don't know, but you never know.
Yo, let Santa Claus butt in. I mean, when you guys were like talking about how shitty, what's his face? Oh, now I forget the R guy. He wasn't in last season. Our old friend, everybody knows him.
You talking about the first place
Caboose.
The first place
Caboose. He drafted a team that people poo-pooed, and I was the first one. I was the first one in that draft to tell people that no way were you to at all look down on the pick of FSN. I mean, Hopes was another player that he picked too that I would love to see sign up, because people laughed at that pick too, and Hopes didn't actually get into a game that year. Hopes is a primo dual player and a good CTF player. I don't know how good, just because I haven't seen him enough, but I would love to see him get the chance.
I laughed at the draft picks. I laughed at the final sweep. I laughed the whole season. I thought it was hilarious. First place frauds.
How could you laugh at a team that went to the finals?
Very easily. Have you seen the team that you fielded in the finals, Santa?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Gotta watch out for
I
that.
didn't get swept in the
I'm
finals
just,
though.
I'm just fucking with you. But
I
I'm just
lost.
joking.
I lost.
They picked.
I lost to arguably the best team of all time because Zach and
Excuse me.
literally destroyed his own team and to create the most mutanic, gigantic, earth destroying team of all time, and I fucking almost won. I still almost won. You piece of shit. Fuck you.
I think I lost to the
Grinch ass
best team
piece
of
of
all
shit.
time.
Fuck you. You
I think.
motherfucker.
Okay, we're
Whoa.
done.
Okay.
I'm climbing
We're
through
getting,
here.
we're getting a little.
I think the team of Ralphus, No Star, and Fastidious was probably the best team to make it to the finals.
No, I'm just saying you're trying to shit on me for what I did in the finals in that
I'm
season.
just fucking with you, goddammit.
Listen, did you see what I went up against?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I almost tied.
I know.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Ask more questions. Oh, you want me to talk about more players?
Well,
we talk about one. Talk about fucking.
well, I
Zim?
wanted to say Daston.
Yeah.
Don't. So okay. Caboose's team that year, man. Hopes. I would love to see him come back. FSN, Ralphus is right about everything that he said about that man. And we all know about him because we sit and watch these live streams and he just does these dirty, dirty things. Me and Mrs. Claus,
Okay.
we're literally naked watching any stream involving FSN because he does these dirty things and
Who's Mrs. Claus?
we love it. Mrs. Claus, right here. Right here.
Yes, FSN.
Anyway, but Rude drafts these interesting teams too, where he drafted FSN last season, and he drafted Daston, which I was so happy to see, because Daston, man, is like one of these guys that's been around for a while and improving all the time, and he has the lust for greatness, and I love to see that. And he wants it hard, man. He wants it hard, and he wants it fast. But he definitely wants it.
Okay.
That just.
You've given us great information here.
But all around, you know what I mean? Like all around, he wants it. Not just.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Rude's team is I thought
But
they
Daston.
I thought they could have been a
I
lot
hope he
better.
signs up again because I think that this time he'll catch on. Especially if this is one of those guys, man, that if he signs on early and gets on an 8-team, man, he's gonna fucking shine, and I know it. I fucking know it because I know that guy. He's fucking awesome. Fuck you, Ralph.
So I want to jump into one more player before we head into the new maps in the WAD, because there were several new maps.
Love you, Daston.
I want to talk a little bit, and we've talked about him a lot, but I want to talk about Hex a little bit more because the way that he, I drafted him initially, and his schedule was not, and then he ends up on this team in week 4, and he rides, the fucking train all the way to the finals, and it was the score does not indicate, the final score in the finals does not really indicate how close the game was. It was extremely close. So I think for somebody to step in mid-season like that, if Hex decides to sign up again, I would say that he would probably go for at least $15 or north of $15 in the draft, or he should anyway.
Yes, this is where we're at. This is where we are at. Where we are at as a league, and I'm fully on board with being completely, well, at least as transparent as we can be with the public. Okay, So this is me being as transparent as we can be. A player like Hex, we need you. You are awesome. You're great, and we need you. We need players like Hex to come back, man. Hex is, look at what he did. Just, it was almost unfair in the way that he was a free agent because he did, of schedule. But that's the way things go. Sometimes, players sometimes have a schedule that is not conducive to the WDL season, and so they sign up with a limited schedule. You take your chances. Certain people could have drafted him as their fourth, and he made it very clear. And that's what I would like to let other people know that they can do. You can sign up, and you can say in your sign up that I cannot, there's certain weeks I can't go, blah, blah, blah. I'm not available maybe as much as like a normal player would be. And then look what happened,
Yeah,
So,
there's definitely merit to that, I think.
Ralph, we're probably going to say, no, I don't want a bunch of people like that.
No. There's definitely merit to that. There's two sides to it, right? Like, okay, Hex didn't have a great schedule, so he probably wouldn't have been able to contribute as a third all season. But DS as a captain understood that, got his team to a point where he could still make his run with what he had to do. And since we're talking about Hex, about players we need, Ding Dang. Ding Dang. Ding Dang, we definitely need guys like that too. Ding Dang, had some stuff come up last season and he couldn't contribute to DS's team like he probably wanted to. But he's people like Ding Dang, people like Hex, necessary. Before you move on, I'm just going to name a couple other players I think could be huge contributors.
As many as you want. Keep going, buddy.
Dranzer. Dranzer every season.
Dranzer is our heart and soul.
Every season gets better.
Let's just be honest.
Every season.
Dranzer
I can so vouch for Dranzer.
Let's be honest. Dranzer is the WDL.
Sure. I don't know what that means, but yeah, Dranzer, he's awesome.
Dranzer is one of those guys.
Every season he gets better.
There's no WDL without Dranzer. That's in my opinion.
He'll do whatever it is
I'm fair with that.
to do as a captain, and that's really all that you can ask for from a player.
I love freaking Dranzer.
Yeah, he's become so well-rounded over the past just a year. Great player, cool dude.
Used to be viewed as not a starter.
He wasn't.
Look to Dranzer.
Not by me.
Fair. Okay,
look to Dranzer. Other people that view yourselves as non-starters.
Sure.
Look to Dranzer because look at him now. He's getting drafted as a starter now, bitch.
Yeah, and truthfully, it only took him less than a year. To
2 seasons. Yeah,
2 seasons. I mean, he came in. He wasn't ready to start, but he got significantly better over time, and now he is a starter, and it's not disputable. So, regardless of how you want to argue about when he became a bona fide starter, I would never argue now that he's not, because he is. Other players that will probably make an impact next season, Dosu has good internet now and a headset.
He speaks
good internet and a headset
too. He speaks some good English words.
Yeah, he will cause some ruckus this coming season. Another name I expect to see up in there, Turska. Turska wanted to play last season. Yeah. Turska is awesome. One of the greatest European players ever. He wanted to play last season. He was going on vacation for a couple weeks of the season, so he didn't sign up. But hopefully he signs up this season. He's awesome. Every season he plays, he's amazing. It's just so fun to watch him.
Love Turska.
Looking down the list, there's all sorts of other guys that I'd love to see come back. Death Trap hasn't signed up. If he would sign up and actually play a couple games, he could contribute big time.
As long as he escapes his death trap of a PC.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't melt down again.
Explode in his face.
It would be a narrow escape.
AWUP has gotten better over time. If we went to 8 teams, he's definitely going to be on a squad. as
He
a
looks
fourth
like
or whatever, but
He
he'll
looks
be
like
on
the
one.
new Ding Dang, dude.
Really, by default, he would be on a team.
He's like the new Ding Dang.
Yeah, but he tries, he gets better.
He does.
You see, you can, there's certain players you see when they come in and you see they suck, all right? And you could see each time they make like that little leap, like you can see it click and they get just a little bit better. And all of a sudden, you don't feel bad about picking them in Prime, and all of a sudden they're actually
Well-
contributing. And AWOP is a player that is happening too.
I felt
Ding Dang was the
bad-
same way years ago, and now Ding Dang.
We mentioned
is
Ding
hard.
Dang, right?
Yeah, we sure did.
bad for
Good.
AWOP last season. It was the last season he got thrown into a game, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I felt bad for him just because, you're getting thrown into this environment.
We don't even need
Yeah,
to
well,
bring
he didn't
that
have
up.
he didn't have any prep.
Yeah.
No,
He
right.
didn't
But
get
I
any
mean,
practice.
games are a lot different than probably a lot more.
Oh
and
yeah,
so-
Yeah, that was like when
Um,
that Australian dude from
but
UD got thrown
I think,
in.
I think it was a really good experience for him. So
Sure.
yeah. I think with prep, he could do a lot better, and that's basically anybody. But that's huge
most people.
because every team is good now. There's no shit teams rolling out. Even Rude's team, which performed the worst by their standings,
Statistically, but
they were hanging
Even
with
the
the top
Cleveland
teams,
Browns are
pretty
good
much.
sometimes.
you wouldn't
Yeah.
talk to any other team that played them, and you wouldn't hear them say something like, yeah, we just rolled that bitch." Like it was real, man. When we played them, it was.
Especially when you got Capo playing techno music.
Drink
on
it
your
in,
fucking-
man. Anyway, any other? Legion. I mean, Legion's not really a
Oh,
breakout player, but he's like a mainstay, and
Legion
he's
is
good.
great every fucking year.
Yeah, I
Fuck
know,
you.
but
Yeah.
Legion never gets his due.
all right, fair enough.
No,
And
I mean, even when I made Legion a captain 2 or 3 times, he never got the respect that.
yeah.
Oh, Legion could be a
well,
captain.
Legion's a lot better now than he
Le-
was then.
Legion-
Legion could replace me as a captain. I mean, let's be honest. Legion's good,
He
man.
fielded some decent teams. He was a good captain. He was dedicated, and he's always aware of what is happening in the game.
Dude, I love Legion.
There's also some corner
Yeah.
cases of people I'd like to see play this coming season. Not sure it's ever going to happen, but like a Genova would be fun to see come in. But we'll see. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it'll be really cool to see.
Breath, because I already can't breathe.
Yeah, well, you could take the mask off if you want. I mean,
I'll be honest.
He's the fucking Grinch.
you look
He can't.
better with this mask on,
He
honestly.
does look good, doesn't
Way
he?
more
I think you look better with it on.
What
too.
about water? Is water coming back?
Shut
You
up.
think? Yeah. Is water coming back, Ralph? Have you heard anything about water? Is he...
Haven't heard anything from Water. If he wants, I would love to have him back as a player. That would be sick.
He'll be sick.
I mean, there's no doubt. Water is the
Statistically.
greatest WDL player of all time.
Yeah.
It's. I don't think anyone could argue against it. He
Nope.
just is. I mean, he has
Nope.
the titles, right? He has
Mhm.
the stats. It's really funny if you look at this table I was talking about earlier. His stat line projects him to be the best in the league at 61%. He should win 61% of his rounds. He
Yeah.
wins 75%. So he is 14% over what he's projected to win. I mean, he's awesome.
Oh no.
So seeing a guy like Water come back would be cool. Genova would be cool. There's all sorts of players that would be cool to
Dust
see.
your metal.
Oh, and also I'd like to see Fran come back and actually get to play a game. Definitely, because he's good enough to hang. He is.
Yeah.
The schedule was so tight last season that we couldn't use him. What are you laughing about?
Yeah, sure. No,
No,
no.
he really is. Fran
Uh-huh.
could come in and be a third or a fourth in this league.
Uh-huh.
Fran Damon.
Uh-huh.
Fran Dramon.
Yeah, he could be.
He could be.
Dude can't even park.
It's besides the point.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of people out there, and there's certainly areas of the Doom community that we haven't yet reached for the WDL. And
I want to mention one more player. Can I?
Yeah.
Alpha. Okay, Alpha
Alpha?
didn't
Hell
get
yeah.
Alpha, I really think that he stepped up big when he captained,
Alpha.
and since then he really hasn't gotten a fair shake. He was kind of in over his head against some of the other captains, just because his skill level isn't there yet, but he's not like a bad player. He just wasn't at the captain skill level yet. So I really think that he deserves another look from everybody
I'll say a
moving
few
next year.
names. I think Parandone, I would love to see you come
Oh, yeah.
back. I know that you've got some better internet now, bro. Please come back. We love you. Yeah.
Especially on the
Definitely.
headset, screaming.
Oh, man, he's funny. He's great.
Oh, he is funny.
Animal, I know he's around. Throw your hat in the ring, man. Come on, play with us, baby.
Yep. There's a
Yeah.
lot of names. There's a ton
Lots
of
A
them.
lot of people. I mean,
Oh.
What
come
are
on, man.
some
We know you. We know this.
I got to mention one other person.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do it. Here we go. Ready? Denzoa. I mean, he's going to come back, I'm sure, but talk about a dude playing above.
He's statistically
level.
one of the best players last year.
Yeah,
You think
he
he ain't
is.
coming back? Oh, he coming back.
Yeah, I mean, he plays way above what his stats indicate he should be.
he plays above the rim.
Yeah, he's above the rim. That's for sure. Yeah, jamming, slamming.
He be jamming.
All right, I'm done throwing names in. Everybody come
Yeah.
play. Go ahead, move on.
What I want to do now, real quick, maybe like 20 minutes, is just spend a little bit of time talking about these new maps that you put in.
Oh, and tell Torvald just forget whatever he's gonna do next year and just play anyway. Okay, go on.
I think
What?
that might.
Wait, what?
I think that might like affect his whole like life if he doesn't like do what he has to do. So
Whatever.
No, Torvald's coming.
no, he's
Yeah.
taking a break. I mean,
Are you
we
shitting
could.
me?
No,
Just throw away your life.
Throw it away. Just.
we all. You're right. I mean, we all have. I mean,
All right,
um,
move on.
so maps, right? We've got a whole list of the new maps here. There's
I actually have to urinate, so I'm gonna step away for just
Lovely.
a second.
Santa doesn't pee.
I know. That's why he's going to find a way to block
All right,
the camera.
Leo, while Santa's
All right,
going and
okay.
doing what he's doing since he records from the bathroom, what about Von Doom McDoom?
Yeah, Von Doom.
Yeah, Killer Nacho. We need to get him back in the mix.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all sorts of players that need to be back in and being groomed to step up. Definitely. I mean, they're there. People say, oh,
They
whatever.
certainly need
There
to
ain't
be
like more
groomed.
players coming in, but there are players. They need to be propped up. We need to support them. We need to help them achieve, what they can achieve. We need to help push them.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, you're right. I mean, Von Doom. Yeah,
Can you
he's
put the
another.
mask back on, please?
I can't fucking breathe. I can't do it anymore.
It's a personal problem.
Oh, it's a personal problem. So what about Stark? Also, there's an echo.
Oh well, Stark was 17 seconds from the
Playoffs.
playoffs. So yeah, I mean, what can you say? He's good. He led a good team. He had a playoff caliber team. He
Yes, he did.
barely got eliminated. So yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to talk about maps. He doesn't even know what the maps are.
Oh. Okay.
So we put in 7 new maps, and a lot of them came from the newest 32 and 24,
Mhm.
which I think we all, heavily play tested many of those maps.
Yeah.
There was one exception, which was put in as map 2. It was from the ZDUCTF WAD that caused some controversy a couple years ago when it was put in the IDL WAD.
Yeah.
I think this map is awesome. I would put this map, I made it week 5 that year that it was in. I would put this in schedule weeks 1 through 5. Same fucking map. It's really small, and you think it's going to be awful, but there's a lot of strategy involved. It's got side tunnels on the side, and there's actually surprisingly a lot of rocket jumping that happens. So I always thought the strategy on that map was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool map. It caused a lot of problems back in the IDL days because I think it was more political based,
Oh yeah.
which is stupid. It had to do with a map retexture, and because the original map was very ugly and like seizure inducing. So anyway, without going into the full story on it, I think it's a fun small map.
Repressed memories.
I think people will generally like it. I'm sure some people are gonna like it, some aren't, like every map. But I think it's worth looking at again. And we talked about that, and that's why we revisited it. So that's the map too.
And the map that is replacing is actually Rude's Quake map that got too fair of a shake. I mean, we played it a lot in private. I would have liked to have seen it in a more competitive sense. But I mean, we played it. It didn't really click with anybody. So
Well, so
Which map?
Rude's
Which map?
map. Rude actually, he's still working on the Quake CTF map pack, and he just recently did another update. So I think once he finishes refining that map pack, that it probably deserves a more in-depth look.
Which one are we talking
Because
about? Here?
we're just talking about Rude's map that came out, map 2 from last year.
You're
and-
talking about the Quake looking one with the one
Yeah,
that we played in Priv.
it was map 2.
The one that you helped them sort of refine.
Yeah. So I think that
good
he's
map,
been
good
working
map.
on that, and I think we'll probably end up relooking at some of his stuff later. But the good news is for him is that we actually took one of his 32 and 24 maps and we put it into this year's WAD. So
Yes.
I think that's map 15.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go. Well, why don't we start with the human ones? You go ahead.
well, we just talked about the new map 2. So if we want to jump into the new map 5, which map 5 replaced.
I missed the talk of 2, huh? I just wanted to add my 2 cents to that. Then.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not a pretty map. So I understand, people not getting excited about it. Do you guys have any comment against that?
Yes, we've already made some comments about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think some people are gonna like it, some won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a polarizing map. It will be.
Yeah.
Just because of the nature of how fast it's going to play, and
I think that heavy fraggers.
If you had seen
the bottom line
Yeah.
is it's a fantastic map for 3-on-3. The way that it plays, it does not look pretty. And
looks a lot better than it used to.
Yeah, it used to look a lot
Does
worse.
it really? Oh
Yeah.
Lord! Oh Lord!
For an IDL WAD several years ago.
I personally have never given really much of a shit about how a map looks at all. So.
Oh, if you saw the original, you would.
But so he retextured it, and then part of the reason why it was such a big deal is because apparently they liked the map because of the textures, which is the most opposite way that you could think about putting a map into a competitive WAD is because you like the way it fucking looks.
Yeah, Santa.
It was horrible. But anyway, we're past that.
I think it's a absolutely fantastic map the way that it plays for 3 people. It really is going to create some of the best games I think that we've ever seen. This is what people don't understand is that like when we get the best players in CTF on 3-on-3 in this map, you're gonna see some fucking crazy shit. That's all I gotta say.
Agreed.
Your minds are gonna change pretty damn quickly.
Next.
Yeah, so map 5, which is the next map, we're jumping into every other map that was put into the WAD is from the newest 32 and 24. So the previous map 5 was that tiny, frag fest map that nobody wants to play anymore. So this new one, it's got a sphere in the middle It's got 2 entrances into the base. One is like this lift that you can lower down,
Actually,
and
a
the other one
door.
just kind of leads you the door. And the other entrance just leads you into the flag room. So, as far as like defending it goes, you're gonna have to pay close attention to all the different ways that people can get in. But I have not played it personally, but it
I
looks like
can't
it's
get
gonna
to
be
this
fun.
goddamn map. Why can't I get
We
to
played
this?
it. It's
I
cool.
think it's gonna be fun.
It's an Alex Max map, which we've had a lot of good maps come from him.
Fuck.
He made one nice change, which is originally the
Jump in there,
sphere,
somebody, real quick. Just jump in there.
soul sphere on the I'll jump in there with you. Wait, what do you want me to do?
Just jump in there so I can see it. It's not
Jump
letting
into
me.
where?
I jumped into the server and I tried to go map.
The server right now. You ain't in there. Anyway,
Just
it's
jump
good
in there so
map.
I can see it.
How are you gonna see it?
Just let me join you.
Okay. Well, anyway, I don't want to have radio silence going on here, so
Well, no. This one?
no, this is map 2.
All right, go
So
to
it's
the
an
next
Alex
one.
Max map. It's got a soul sphere in the middle.
Let's go to the
But it
next
kind of sits up a little bit. You need to vote yes. Sits up, and
one. Yeah, so
it'll be cool. All right.
here's the deal with
Go ahead.
this. The coolness of this, the people are going to be either mad about the door, because yes, there is a door, like there's 2 entrances.
I just explained
one
all of
that,
this, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all going to hinge on the door, really.
How about this? Why don't we just talk about him for a second, then maybe we get a quick 5 going after this, all right? A couple minutes. Yeah?
I just want to
Any
be.
chance of that happening?
All right. Santa Claus
Right.
just wants to be in the mix.
Next was 9, right?
Yes, map 9.
Okay. Oh, horrible, disgusting map.
See,
And I
please
would
explain why you
love-
don't like this, because I would like to.
Santa Claus has never played this map, but
How
one would
can you
think that
dislike it?
Santa would not need to, given the ugliness and absolute just disgustingness of a map.
When we
like
play
this.
tested, this was one of the best maps in the WOD.
Are you kidding?
Yes, it really was.
No,
No,
here's
we're
the
not kidding.
here's
We
the
would've put
here's
it in
the
if
thing.
not. We could try it
Here's the
tonight.
thing. It looks like maybe it would play well, but it's very ugly, and I don't think that the eye is drawn to where you should naturally go. But I've never played it, so let's let you 2 guys who have played it talk about it.
Yeah, just try it out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that
the
I like
WOD
about
isn't
it-
final, so everything's pending. If something that doesn't work out at all come out, I've had another suggestion for a map or 2 from some people, so it's
I'm starting
possible.
to see the.
I think if the thing is that everyone will say map sucks, but you play it a few times, all of a sudden, now it's like a playoff map. So, like map 25. Anyone know anyone who likes that map?
No, you're right. It happens all the time.
Yeah. So I'd say give it a shot before we drill it.
I mean, yeah, the thing that I liked about playtesting this map was that it was it's deceivingly controlled. Like you think it's going to be chaotic, that it's impossible to defend, but it's actually pretty difficult. So it's pretty easy to defend. It's difficult to have.
Santa Claus's.
all right. So map 10 in the WOD.
So anyway, I guess I'll just stop talking. Map 10, which is the best map in my opinion that's put into the WOD.
Santa's dick is hard.
The map's amazing. I don't think you're gonna find many people that dislike it.
Santa's dick is so hard.
I think it's gonna become a standard. Honestly.
I think it should absolutely be put into the schedule for the upcoming season. That is just my opinion.
Could happen.
Oh,
We'll wait and see.
this will be in the upcoming season
Could happen.
if Santa Claus
Wait
has
and
anything to say about it. That's all I gotta say.
Well, Santa Claus seems to have a lot to say about many things.
Yeah.
Great map, small map, fast map. Kind of like a map 31, but a little more vertical action going on. So
amazing. Who
yeah.
made this now?
This was made by 40 ounce of Team World.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's very good. And he actually took a lot of our advice in fixing it up. Now, one thing that people have been mixed on is the invisible floors, but they don't seem to
Yes.
bother me. I think eventually you just get used to it.
And there is a flaw in the middle of the bridge area where you can be seen with the flag, but
Yeah, I think it's just a Doom render.
we've decided to live with it. If anybody sees that, we know about it. This is the other
So
crown jewel of this entire wad. Is the best or second
Yeah,
place.
map
yeah,
13,
the next map is map 13.
Oh, it's
which
amazing.
played really well in tests.
Super well.
Big
Incredible.
fans.
So fun.
Of it.
So fun.
It's had a transformation since the last time I saw it. It's a little bit smaller.
Yeah, he
which
took a lot
is
of our
good.
advice from our first play test.
Yeah, I really like the kind of spiral staircase. Actually, I did not like it initially. I like it now. The spiral staircase kind of thing that leads up to the flag. Plus, you can lower that lift. Flag is on. You can lower that from outside of the base.
Yeah, which
So
is
there's
unique because there's really no other map where the flag is
It's
on a
gonna
moving sector.
yeah, it's gonna make defending pretty difficult.
And there's an interesting lower area. I don't know that I would ever really consider the rat suit as a bonus necessarily, but I don't know. You know,
Helps you out if someone's chasing you through there.
yeah, you go down, you pick up the flag, you cross over to the right side. You know, who knows? I don't know. We haven't just quite honestly, done enough testings, but
Yeah.
I like that there's that, and I like that also you can jump from the main two bridge areas to the side areas with the green armor. I love that. I love that it's a jump that you can make. Okay, I'm done.
Map 15 is Roots map. We were talking about there.
I love Roots
Fun
map.
to play.
Next map. So now this map
Polarizing,
kind of
possibly.
confused me a little bit.
Could be
And I'll say that
polarizing.
only because it's a little disjointed, but also so it seems like it's going to be really difficult to defend. There's going to be a lot of standoffs, and so in my opinion, having the sphere in the middle is not like the best option for a power up. Like I don't know, maybe a blue armor is better. You know, if you get that and you get somebody at like an angle and you grab that flag, you can just run, and it's
So I
like
actually disagree with you. I think it's really easy to defend here.
okay.
I think it's really hard to run here.
I haven't played it, so I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, we did play Ralph and I. It was very, very entertaining. But Ralph, go ahead. You were redeeming that game.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure that over time people are going to come up with some different strategies that
Oh,
we
definitely.
didn't even think of yet. So it's
I just
kind of
think
hard to
it
say. I
flows.
think that
Sorry.
it's harder to run here than the D. Because the
I
flag
could prove
area
you
is
wrong.
such a hazard. It sits out on an island.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, my head.
You
I
all right
don't know
there?
if anybody saw that. I forget that you can see me.
So
So
I'm totally down to play this map. It looks like it could be fun. So
yeah, the thing is when we played with Ralph, we we had 3-on-3. I don't know about this outside area with the two
With the
back.
fences and the lava.
Yeah, I personally never use that area,
Yeah, I think that's the potential for standoffs in there.
but that could be an area that you could go to hide. And,
Yep, there's health, ammo.
you wouldn't think of it off the top of your head. So I kind of like that. And I don't know, just when we played it, it was so fun. Like you were saying, it's not a runner's map; it's more of a well, as a runner mode though, it just feels so good. Like it flows so well. And yes, there's a pit, but that's part of the deal, right? Like
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
know what I
not
mean? Like it
complaining about it.
flows
I'm
so
just
well, yet you gotta make that. You can't screw up when you grab the flag. you know.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like that. I like Rude's. Rude is a great way of thinking about maps. I don't know that we don't see a lot of two in Doom 2, and I like that map a lot. I would love to see what would happen with like two very competitive teams like, playing on that just for like an hour or something. Just see what happened.
So this next map, we actually took out map 28, which is or it was for many years kind of a staple
Oh,
TF, even in the schedule.
Mhm.
But you know, as maps do over time, fall out of favor. This
Well,
map
we
I
actually
had
had switched to a
played.
different version of it last year too,
That's true. Yeah.
and people really did not like that version compared to the original. So
yeah,
I
the
figured we
new
would just try
version.
something new.
Yeah,
So with the new map 28, this map is actually one of the ones that I did play test kind of heavily. What I like about it actually is that every single time you kill somebody, you can change the spot that you're defending in, and totally like I can recall Zen getting pissed off because I think I changed where I was defending like 4 times in a row, and I killed him 4 times in a row. So it's going to be a map I think that's
totally a defender's map.
it's going to be really hard to get runs out.
I wish we could show
But-
people right now. You know, I wish we could like transition just like into the game. But just imagine this. You know, there's sort of like a home base, and then there's just sort of nooks and crannies, and then nooks and crannies, and it's sort of one of those maps where you could defend. You know, here the first time and let a person go by and blow, and then the next time you just I'm going to defend over here. You'll understand when you look at it.
Yeah, it's a typical Rock King map. It's big, but it's not as big as it looks.
It's not as
think a
big
lot
as
of
it
his-
looks.
A lot of his maps feel bigger than they are because he uses height a lot more than a lot of mappers do, and it just makes a map feel bigger than it really is.
This is probably the most normal map name he's ever given a map as well.
Yeah,
Just very
agreed.
simple. Bad Moon.
I could fit it all into one little line.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So
But yeah, definitely, it's gonna be a tough map I think to get flags
You're right
out,
about
but,
height. It is not used like it should be. I love the pillars in the middle. They're not actually. They look so much. They feel bigger than they are because they're so high because you can
Yep.
see them. So I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, when you get the flag, you can run out and use those pillars as cover too. So
Well, yeah, definitely.
zigzagging around in the middle there. And
That
I don't
man-
think there are spawns like off to the side. So
I mean,
like once you kill the defender, I think you kind of have some chances. It's just getting in there and killing them.
there's a hesitation to call this to sort of label this as like something that's been totally done before, very defensive and just not that interesting. But I do feel that the gigantic pillar in the middle changes it a little bit. I mean, it's you. I don't know. I can't think of another map with that sort of thing. Like it gives a whole.
yeah, there really isn't.
Yeah, it gives you a whole big option for fuckery as a runner, right?
Mhm.
Just going
Yeah.
around, just
Run around it.
ring around the fucking posy, you know.
All right, well, I'm gonna sign off and listen. Let you guys finish the show here. I think I've been on enough of it. So thanks for having
All right.
me on.
Yeah,
Thank you for being
And,
on. Is there anything you want to say before the beginning
Sure.
of the next season? All the events start.
Sign-ups opening soon. Stay tuned for that. We're gonna be coming out with a schedule soon. Hopefully we get 8 teams. If you want 8 teams, we can't make it happen alone. It's a group effort. Everybody's got to get in on it. Also, if anyone's up, I'd like to play a prize, or priv, whatever you want to
we're
call it.
finishing very, very soon.
Come on over and
Please.
play. Okay.
Tell the folks how to join the IRC.
IRC. Okay, so our IRC channel, if somehow you
Well,
don't know, because I don't know how you're
If you're watching this, you're
this,
probably
but
connected to the IRC channel.
Maybe they don't know.
irc.acquaintnet.org #WDL. And that's our channel. Check out doomleague.org for more information.
All right.
Good? All
Thank
right.
you, Ralph.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Oh,
All right. So I do think it's time to wrap things up here. But
I do too.
my initial thoughts on these maps are actually 7 really solid maps. I want to get a chance to play some of these competitively. So hopefully we can get a chance to do that now. I will say with regards to this radio, a little disjointed. Give us a break.
Yes.
Intoxication. It's been about a month since I had to really use my brain to. So, but it was fun, and like Ralph said, sign up should be starting soon. So, the more that things start to happen for the next season, the more of these radios you'll get. So, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. I will just say.
And so do I. Listen, we literally do this to it's our stupid gay hobby.
I mean, listen, we spend a lot of money on these. I spent $34 on that fucking latex mask. I think I'm having an allergic reaction.
This is true. This is true. I did not want to do this tonight. I wanted to do this another night, but Human Bones received his fucking mask that he
A whole day
and
early.
paid for a whole day early, and I paid for this fucking thing for I think it was $26, and it's stupid as hell.
I mean, fuck, I don't know about you, but I'm wearing my mask to work tomorrow. I'm getting my fucking money's worth. You should wear that thing to work.
Oh, well, I don't.
No, it's funny. I actually had this thing delivered to my work, and so it was kind of dead today. I opened up the box, I put it on, and I like snuck up behind somebody, and they fucking screamed, and it wasn't like a laugh. There was no laugh.
That thing looks creepy. That thing is not like this. That thing looks creepy as hell. Not that this doesn't.
That thing looks like
but,
fucking Labyrinth or something. Pan's Labyrinth.
But Doom is a hobby, and we love it, and it's not just because we're.
I like
not
it.
just because
I never loved it.
Yeah, I don't. I think a lot of people are afraid of the league of joining the league.
The evil empire.
Join the evil. Yeah. Oh, but listen, people.
So I'm the worst thing about the WDL, and if you can get that far, then you'll be okay.
If you can get through your head that I'm part of the administration, and my name is Alt Stab on the various Doom things, then you will know, if you've ever played me in anything, that I'm not very good. Okay.
I mean, now listen to this. Now, the more people that sign up, the less of a chance that you have of getting drafted by me. So everyone sign up.
I mean, here's the thing. I've become a captain. For 7 seasons now, I made it to the finals once. I'm not that good. You all.
I can attest for this.
You all know that I'm not that fucking good.
Right.
Okay. Listen, man. I mean,
Okay.
it's just sign up. I mean, it's not that everybody is, Human Bones level of good.
Yeah, not many people are.
We just need bodies. Come on, man. My name is Old_Stab. I know plenty of you that have just beat my ass in a duel, in a whatever. I mean, come on, man. I'm a freaking captain. Okay, so the least you can do is sign up, and you probably end up on a team. Who knows, man? By next season, I might not even be a captain. I might be usurped. I might be usurped by you.
All right. So thank you to Ralphus. Santa Claus. You all right? All right. We're gonna do some more of these once the season starts to I don't want to say unravel, but
I'm so sweaty.
yeah, it's time to go. We're all gonna go play Prive. So
Join us.
Merry Christmas.
Moo!